All praises to Yahweh Boshon Yahweh Shai. Arakadat Yahweh, Arakadat Yahweh Shai, Arakadat Yahweh, Arakadat Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and all the brotherhood. Shalom. Coming with a short video here. Stuff that is happening in the news. We have this case that happened in New York City about this man supposedly that committed a hate crime, but at the same time, this brother looks like, he looks like he has mental issues, and the police said that they found some papers that he had written that they found that the word Black Hebrew Israelite, and that he hated the Kaisers, which would be the people over there in Israel right now, and then he attacked one of these imposters over here in, I don't know what part of the city, but anyway, he says that he went inside one of these imposters' house. Okay, now how the hell he found out the address? Because a lot of these, if you know these people, these imposters, they don't put the address in the public. And this brother, I'm not saying that the brother's not smart, but the brother looks like he's a little off because of mental issues. Now, how could you find the address, walk in somebody's house, and threaten him with a knife or cut him, whatever happened? How did he find out the address? And it's funny that they're doing this thing on the news with this brother that supposedly went on a synagogue and tried to held people hostage or something of that nature. I didn't get to hear it clearly. I was just, I just seen the surface of it. But this thing smells like shit. Let's put it, because Esau, he's a damn, Esau is cunning like a mother. You know what I mean? He's cunning. And it's funny that they brought out again. See, I'm learning from the apostles of GMS, the teachings of the apostles and the elders. I try to watch most of the videos, but so many videos, so many brothers. They all good teachers. I have my favorites, but they all good. Man, I'm sorry that I forgot the brother's name. I watch a lot. I have like 3 favorites that I watch, but all those brothers that teach this truth, they all good. This is coming from the power. This is coming from Yahweh Boshon Yahweh Shai. So no matter what, they all good. They was teaching that about that these days was gonna come, from the Bible, and they was breaking it down in a clear understanding. If like they say, if you got the eyes to see this book and understand it, and you understand what they're saying, the way they break down the Bible, you get it. And boy, people that get to understand this book and see what the teachers are teaching, man, we should be very happy. But I'm a little all over the place, but I'm just saying this is a beautiful thing, because I started to understand a lot of things about the beasts and all that, and and the teachers, the apostles. I'm learning from them, and it's a beautiful thing, man. It's an honor to know this truth. Man. This is more than millions and millions of dollars in the lottery, man. This is an honor. If the Lord gave you the eyes to see this, man, we lucky, man. We blessed, lucky, whatever. It's an honor to know this truth. But anyway, getting back to the subject about this brother that did this. Supposedly went into this house of this Kaiser. Those imposters. You know who I'm talking about. Uh, it's funny that they also found that he was writing about the hatred about Hitler and this and this and that. It's funny, but you know what? It was in typewriter. You know, when just somebody type or print out in the computer, they don't use typewriters anymore. But you could see that it was not written. It was, it was either written in the computer or whatever. So it's funny that they do this on the day that these people celebrate Hanukkah. You know, and because these people, when somebody's going to attack somebody, they'll do it any day. They don't just do it on the holiday. You know, and I don't care about these other religion, because it's not about religion, it's about faith. But anyway, getting to the point about this brother, hey, this smells bad, man. This smells bad. And on Timothy 3:1, man, it says, this know also that in that last day perilous times shall come. And you have all these false teachers like this guy Al Sharpton, Al Big Kentucky Fried Chicken eating Al Sharpton, fake guy talking about that he's a prophet of the law, but he's nothing but a sellout. Over here standing, oh, we should be together, and man, shut up, man, shut your big fat mouth, you Kentucky Fried Chicken eating fat bastard. But anyway, it's funny, they use the word Black Hebrew Israelite, just like the apostle was teaching in one of their videos, and that makes that everything that they teach, man, it's happening now, man. The time, last we come into the 2020. Last year was the Karama, the mark of the beast, and it's happening, man. Apostle Tahar came out with a video about that they're gonna put a chip on people's brain. I know about I learned a lot by listening to their videos about the mark of the beast when they're gonna put it in your hand, and I know that's the mark of the beast. That's for sure. For some reason, it's weird, because I remember when I was like 12 years old, 11 years old, and 12, and I could remember one of my uncles came here, and I didn't know nothing about the truth at that age. Come on, 12 years old. Come on, I just learned this the other day. But anyway, he was saying in Spanish, he was saying the last day there's gonna be chaos. There's gonna be the last day. There's gonna be a lot of things happening, and then he said there's gonna be a chapa, and which means chip. And my Spanish is kind of funny, so I could be saying it wrong, but he kept saying chapa, and he went like this with his two fingers. He went chapa, and then he went. Now, that happened in the 70s, man. I was born in 64, man. Maybe that was meant for me. And a lot of things now I'm starting to understand why a lot of things when I was younger, a lot of things I seen. Like one time, Christmas is, we're not supposed to celebrate Christmas. And I was with a girlfriend of mine and her cousin, this fine mommy. But anyway, her cousin said, which that's another thing I think that was meant for me. She said it was a Christmas party. And she said, we are here celebrating this holiday, but we might be celebrating something that is not. That she was saying that we celebrating for nothing, because that this thing doesn't mean nothing. And why would? And this was in the 80s. Now remember I just told you about my uncle in the 70s, and another thing that I like in that Christmas party, saying that it was this was in the 80s, and she was saying this. Why would she say that at that moment when there's music, having drinks? I believe that was meant for me. And now back then I didn't know nothing about the truth, nothing about the truth. So you could imagine that these things make a lot of sense to me because you go, damn, man, why would she said that? I'm thinking recently it came back to me. Things that I remember when I was a kid. How could I remember something that happened like almost 30 years ago or 40 years ago? That doesn't make no kind of sense because I'm 54 years old. I'm 54 years old. And I'm saying, man, how could I remember something when I was 12 years old? I could remember my uncle saying that very clear. And he said there was going to be a group of men that was going to be virgins. But see, now I understand the virgin doesn't mean that I now, because of the teachers, they taught me that the word, that the elect, there was going to be 144,000 elected that were going to be virgins, that they was not going to have, now he was off there. Because that doesn't mean that. Because I learned that from the teachers, from GMS, the elders, apostles. And now I understand what that means. A lot of things. I started like, wow, And this thing with this guy, I don't know if a lot of this happened in New York City. I don't know if the brothers from from the brothers from California or other parts of the states, they seen the news and about this brother that supposedly held these Kaisers hostage. So I'm just saying, man, they coming because they mentioned again black Hebrew Israelite, and Apostle Tahar made a video about that, and also the brother from Doc 1112. I'm sorry that I keep forgetting his name. My God, I need to know his name because I feel so bad. I'm over here. I don't know his name, but he's a good teacher too, and he was saying about this thing about the black Hebrews, like that it keeps saying that, and it's not about black Hebrews. It's about Hebrew Israelite without the word black. It's not black Hebrew Israelites, because you got Hebrew Israelites that are lighter than me. Lighter than me. It's in the spirit, man. Listen, if you're not an Israelite, trust me, you won't even be. You would be faded away. You would the book won't matter to you. You will walk away. If you pass by, you see a camp teaching, you'll probably stop. But sooner or later, you don't want nothing to do with this because that's not in you. It's not in your spirit. You're not part of this. So I'm just saying, this thing is getting heavy, man. They making things up, man. This smells like a bad rat. It smells. It smells. And we have to understand that they coming. They keep mentioning, last year, 2 years ago, you never heard the word black Hebrew Israelite in the news. You never heard that. You never heard that in the news. So I'm just saying, it's coming. It's coming. And just stay tuned, man. And just, be careful out there to the brothers and the brotherhood. Just be careful. And because these devils are making things up, man. They are. And see, they're making now excuse. Now they're going to ask the government for some much money to fight this hate. Now they're calling it hate crimes. They're going to ask the government for money to do something about this hate crime. But this is all set up, man. It's like I keep repeating it. I'm sorry if I keep repeating it, but it's the truth. This is a setup. And that brother, you could tell the brother looks like he's, he was on a fog, just like that young brother a couple of years ago that supposedly killed this white woman in the park that she was running. That brother didn't kill that woman. That was another setup. It could have been the father. I'm not sure because I don't know, but it could have been one of her. It could have been one of her family member that killed her. I don't think it was that brother. I'm sure it was not that brother because that brother, you could tell that brother looks like he was kind of, you could tell, man, he didn't did that. And you notice that they always pick these mental brothers